Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In the search for the truth, you have to, look under each and every rock. You have to check everything you can think of checking. You have to look at the issues from as many angles as possible. If you don't have enough information, and usually you don't have enough information, you have to connect dots using logic, using all kind of methods of, let's say, elimination, experience, and you will go to a percentage. You say, well, I think this is what most likely happened. And you give a percentage. I think this happened, let's say, 80% or 20% or 50%. In this case, they had actually, an attack, a Russian missile and drone attack on the evening of the 10th of November and the morning of the 11th, so last night. The Ukrainians claimed that they downed 19 drones out of 31 drones. The Russians also launched, I think, 5 missiles. The Ukrainians claimed that they downed missiles. They were very vague in how many. But this little article here just caught my attention. And the Ukrainians did it before. They made some claims, and I was, no, that can't be possible. And I'm going to explain why. Let me show you. First, I'm going to show you the article where the Ukrainians tell us how great they were at destroying the Russian incoming targets. Ukrainska Pravda, Saturday, 11th of November 2023. Ukraine's Air Force destroyed 19 out of 31 attack drones launched at night. Now, those are 10 drones that escaped. Drones like this. All right, now this is not a nuclear warhead over there. Okay, it's a Shahed drone, Palalap. Okay. So this is not something that destroys, I don't know, a building or something. Not that powerful, let's be honest, versus let's say, Iskander. Now, that's the article where they say that, and I'm going to go into details to show you how many missiles, what kind of missiles. But I think there were 5 missiles. And I know that one, Iskander, supposedly was destroyed over Kiev. Everything that went over Kiev was destroyed by the Patriot systems because they have to sell it. The Americans have to sell it. So these guys advertise, perfect, you buy them, everybody. They're right here, you test them. So that's the article that did not catch my attention. I used it in a morning video that I made. And now let me show you the article from Ukrainska Pravda. And this is November 11th, 2023. And this is the title, Power Outages in six oblasts due to Russian strikes. Substation ablaze in Sumy Oblast. So remember how many escaped? 10 Shahed drones. Now, I don't think that this kind of thing can create outage in an oblast. Now, not the entire oblast, let's be fair about it, but that means they're very accurate. Aren't they? Because that means in 5 oblasts, right? In 6 oblasts, you had at least 2 drones per target, right? Because you got 10 drones. So 2 drones, let's say if all these guys hit those targets, all of them, right? There would have been 12, right? 12 oblasts, but you don't know how many targets they hit in the 6 oblasts. So they must have been accurate, those 10 drones. Plus the missiles. So my point is, these guys are lying. They're not shooting down as many as they say they shoot down. I made this point in other videos, and I claim the same thing. It's too close. So 10 drones, outages in 6 oblasts. But the Russians did not attack only 6 oblasts. They attacked maybe 7 oblasts, 8 oblasts. Otherwise, you say 100% accuracy. And they don't say that. They actually said the Russians' accuracy is about 20%. So that means from then, those 10 drones, On average, there should be 2 drones from 10, right? 2 drones that hit the targets. Now, all those hit the right targets, and the other ones would have been the ones that would be part of the 80 that were going in the sky. So the Ukrainians hit only the drones that would not have hit the target, and these guys were hitting the targets like crazy. Again, that's kind of impossible. Not impossible, but it's very unlikely, okay? And besides, let me see. The Russian attack on Sumy Oblast has damaged a substation. Okay, this is Sumy. The other, it says here, Dnipropetrovsk, Sumy, okay? And it says went down the 6 kilovolt power line in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast went down due to the attack, leaving over 1,100 consumers cut off from the power supply. In addition, a low-pressure gas pipeline in the town of Nikopol was damaged during the bombardment. So that's 2 targets, 3 targets in. If you take it right here in Sumy, power plants. The Russian attack on Sumy Oblast has damaged a substation, but the electricity generated by Ukrainian power plants is sufficient to meet the consumers' needs. Now, Russian strikes on Chernihiv Oblast have cut off power in 18 settlements. That must have been a big hit, not by a Shahed drone, by a missile or something. And over 2,500 consumers in Sumy Oblast remain disconnected. Let me show you the article actually right there. In general, some consumers in Donetsk, Zaporozhye, Sumy, Chernihiv, Kharkiv, and Kherson Oblast remain without electricity. So that's 6, right? So let's see what these guys are, right? I can Donetsk, Zaporozhye, Sumy, Chernihiv, Kharkiv, Kherson. Let me just go and pull up the Russian map, which is the easiest to work with. And here it is. Let me get you there, right there. So they say Chernihiv is right here, Sumy right here, Kharkiv right here, Dnipropetrovsk right here, and Kherson right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they hit Kiev, but Kiev did not do anything. It was another one that they said, let me see where, right here. Zaporozhye, yeah, I forgot about Zaporozhye. Zaporozhye is, so everything on the front, all this front, Kharkiv, Sumy, Chernihiv or Chernigov, Sumy, Kharkiv, they said Donetsk, Zaporozhye, Kherson. But the Russians also attacked Kiev, and with 1 missile, ballistic missile. So, you know, everything, so that means they hit everything right. They hit everything hit. But anyway, let's go back here. The power generating, over 3,600 consumers have been reconnected to the power supply over the past 24 hours. How? 24 hours when the attack was not 24 hours ago, because if you look at the time is 9:54 a.m. So that 9:54 a.m. that means the Russians attacked on the 10th, and on the 9th and 10th in the morning. So you didn't have 24 hours. You have 12 hours maybe. Again, details, my friend. That details kill us. And let's go to the other article right here with the success of the Ukrainian military. It says drones and several missiles on the night of 10 to 11th. I have to remind you, today is the 11th. But if they say so, must be true, right? The following, they say 31 Shahed attacks drones from 3 directions. 1 KH, 1 P, 1. So that's 1, 2, 3. But I know it's 5 because I covered that in another video. So, and they tell you here, the Russian occupiers deployed most of the attack drones in the frontline areas. Air defenses were responding to Odessa, which they said did not remain without electricity. Dnipropetrovsk, Kharkiv, Poltava did not remain without. Sumy, Kirovohrad, I don't know where that is. I mean, it's somewhere. There's 3 in Kiev Oblast. They didn't mention the other ones. So my point here is, I'm doubtful that that is true, that they shut down 19 and then the missiles, and they'll have 6 oblasts that had without electricity. And I don't think it was 1 hit. And then they're very accurate. Seems to be. Just a point, just food for thought. I don't know. Only the Ukrainians know. And I don't even know if the Russians know, but probably Why? I'm guessing they monitor each and every drone that flies over there. Obviously, they have cameras, I'm guessing, and they see if they hit a target or there. Nothing happens. The same with the missiles. So the Ukrainians must know. The Russians must know. And the Americans, the guys that are looking for above, and others. But I don't believe that with 10 drones and 1 or 2 missiles, you take 6 oblast power. Not the whole oblast, but at least. You don't know if you took 3 targets, you hit 3 targets in 1 oblast. I'm just saying 1, but let's say in Zaporozhye you hit 3 targets, and let's say in Kharkiv you hit 5 targets, and they don't say that. They just say pop, pop, pop. Why? They don't want it to be too obvious. So anyway, we'll find out. Never. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.